Welcome back to more Dragon Age Inquisition. As you can already see, it is post-commentary. Yep. That is gonna be... There's really only the last one and this one, and then for a long stretch, there's not gonna be any post-commentary, so, actually, this is gonna be the last one as far as my knowledge. I'm a little bit further ahead, but, yeah, that's how it is. So, I'm going around marking the cache locations for, the blankets, so all those lowly civilians can get some warmth. The Inquisition forces continue to be completely useless in any given situation and cannot get shit for themselves. You know, that's how it is. I don't know. So I do that, I turn in the Lord Wolseley quest, then I go to the Storm Coast and explore around, and that is pretty much it. So, yeah, besides that, you're just tuning in for, to meepy voices from these Inquisition agents, as it were. I have one gripe that you have to, that your companions can't just themselves walk up to a door after you click on it, like, oh, this door's locked, and they don't just walk up and unlock it themselves. There just many little things that are kind of like annoying. Like it's a really minor annoyance that oh my god, you have to select your companion. Oh my god, you have to walk up to the door and click it. So difficult, Titan. But you know, it's just little luxury things. I like little luxury things that you take for granted, but when you consider them, it's like, you know, it's a little thing, but I'm glad it's in there. You know, that's how I feel anyway. It is an RPG, I mean, and that's, as far as my knowledge, companions don't go and unlock shit themselves in any game. So you really would be setting an industry standard if you went ahead and did that. That might turn into, that might just, you know,
this will keep a lot more refugees alive next time.
Make and break your game.
I appreciate it.
Well, I think, at least. You can disagree, you can agree. These are my thoughts. But, yeah, I mean, besides the bugs, which are numerous, what...
Lord Wolseley came back! He says you convinced him. Here, for all your trouble.
Lord Wolseley, the demon, goat ram.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm baiting Lord Wolseley a little bit, but yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, there, like, how many bugs are many bugs these days? You know, like, what is a lot nowadays? That's hard to pin down. That's really hard to pin down, quite frankly. And it's like, you know? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. My biggest gripe is obviously the shit-tastic frame rate and frame drops.
Been a long time since I was at sea.
Can we get away from the water? I'm seasick already.
And, you know, that's my biggest gripe. I mean, a game can have bugs, and a game can just run shitty, and that can just ruin the experience. I mean, thankfully, it happens, and it happens many times during an episode, but...
Have a name for the sword?
Slasher? Gasher? How about Pokey?
Go with Pokey. You seem like a Pokey guy.
But it doesn't detract enough from the experience that I thought, hey, I'm just not gonna play. You know, this is just too annoying. I'm just not gonna play. I'm gonna wait for this to be fixed. I was about that tipping point because I was like, this is annoying, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna continue playing, and even though the game freezes, even though the game does some odd things every now and again, even though some of the dialogue is bugged, I'm still gonna play. And so far, my experience has been good. You know, it has been good. I'm like, you know what? It's worth it. But for some, that's just not good enough. You know, I mean, why do games? I mean, people can say, "Oh my, it's an open world. It's gonna have bugs, and you can't really escape that." I mean, there's just so many variables that you have to take into account. And true, but considering they already delayed the game once, I don't know if they delayed it twice. I can't say. I don't remember. But considering that,
Let's try not to get eaten, shall we?
there's a little dragon, there's a little giant fighting one another. That's kind of cool, actually. Too bad it almost never happens, except for like fucking random shit. But this was obviously a scenario fight. And maybe I think if the dragon gets below a certain amount of health, it's gonna fly away. And if you get too close, obviously it also flies away. But anyways, like I said, like I was saying, you know, there's just so many variables that you have to consider making a kind of open-worldy game here. But is it really acceptable? It's, you know, there is both a personal line that you draw and just a line that says, you know what, this is just too much. Like, this is not acceptable. I mean, I can take a lot of shit, but this is too much. And I think this game is a personal line, but you know, that can be debated. It's still annoying though, and whenever the game does freeze, I rage silently and I don't play the game for like the rest of the day. Even though it has nice autosave features, so I don't lose a lot of progress, but it just destroys all the immersion you have for the night. It does for me at least. And you're like, you know what? F it, I'm just not gonna play tonight. Gonna go to bed. Fuck it. But, you know, I'm a peculiar guy, you know. Some people would be like, hey, it's fine, I can keep playing. It depends. If this was an old school game, a JRPG, a fucking, you can only save at certain checkpoints and shit, I would not. That happened to Chrono Trigger. That actually happened. Not my Let's Play. I played Chrono Trigger before the Let's Play. And, yeah, what am I saying? I don't know how far into the game I got, but, you know, I'd say 5 or so hours, and then I played for like another 3 hours, like a good 3 hours of progress, not just farming shit, you know, but like 3 hours of fucking progress. Anyways, he's not here. We have searched thoroughly, and we will now move on. How many days have I wasted here with whispers lurking at the back of my mind on this mad assignment? I pray we have more luck as we head south. After speaking with the other wardens, I told the fishermen about the darkspawn we sense beneath the earth. They may not burst forth from the ground today or tomorrow, but I fear it will not be long, and we will not be here when they finally surface. The fishermen were grieved at this news, but they decided to make for West Hill, which is safe for now. As for the fisherman who was interested in joining, I convinced him that now was not the time. Others might have told him otherwise, but he is too young to make such a sacrifice, simply because he does not wish to throw nets into the water all his life. We shared one last night by the campfire, and he went his way with a smile, humming the song of Andril as he left. And we'll find out who writes
The
these
wardens were here at some
as we
point.
progress. But anyways, that is all for me for this episode. I didn't really get to finish what I wanted to finish with my sayings, but thanks for watching, and tune in to the next. And tune in to the next.